Hey, what's up guys? It's Jacob here from Unlittle Me. I'm just going to make sure this is in focus. So today I'm just going to answer a question from my blog, and it's obviously another anxiety question, and let's see what I can do to help this person out. So she says, hello, I'm a senior in high school with social and academic anxiety. It mostly comes in panic attacks, blackouts, and 24-hour bouts of sensory overload in crowded places like malls or city streets. However, I've been very stressed this week and I've had sensory overload for 3, going on 4 days now. I'm so scared and tired and I don't know what to do. So this poor girl is experiencing panic attacks and anxiety related to her academic and social situations in life. So she's got academic and social anxieties, which are pretty common anxieties to go through. I've gone through this kind of anxiety quite often in the past for myself. And I'd like to begin to answer this question by saying that you need a balance in your life. A balance is what you need. Okay, so what do I mean by this? Okay, there's different factors involved to look after your health. Before I get into that, I must make this point, and it's a very important point. Your health is #1 priority. Okay, your health should come first before anything else. Okay, I put my health even before the videos I put out here and the blog posts I write. I really want to make sure that I'm looking after the shrine so I can, which is my body, so I can be in a better position to help you guys out as well. But not only that, I really do look after my health for my general well-being as well. So health should come #1, okay? And so if you are experiencing things like, sensitivity to stimulation, if you're saying you're getting 24-hour bouts of, sensory overload, okay, that is something that, well, I have personally experienced for a long time myself as well, and I still do occasionally go through that myself, but nonetheless, this is a good indication that your body is not adapting to stress very well, okay? And what causes us to have panic and anxiety attacks, a prime factor in that is stress, okay? Besides stress, there is worry as well. Worry and stress go together to create this kind of not so great situation for you where you're going to get a lot of sensory overload and it's just your body not being able to adapt so well to the stress. Stress can have some profound effects on the body, okay, physically. So you really want to make sure that you're doing whatever you can to lower that stress or eliminate that stress altogether so that your health is your top priority. If you feel like what you're doing in your academic life isn't so, you're not so in tune with it, or you're not so much interested in what you're studying, definitely pursue something else. I'm honest about this. I'm saying you must listen to your intuition. What is your intuitive kind of goal in life? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? What are you interested in? What are your hobbies? What are you passionate about? Okay, and this by aligning your life course correctly, you will reduce that stress a lot more effectively. Okay, there's healthy stress and there's unhealthy stress. Okay, unhealthy stress is linked to constant pressure, chronic pressure that is placed upon you all the time due to pursuing a life path that doesn't align to what you're truly passionate about. Healthy stress is something where you put a time constraint on yourself with a clear-cut goal in mind, with an excitement to achieve that goal. And so long as what you're studying you're passionate about, then you can work on to that goal with excitement, okay? And stress just is so profound on your health. I have to say it again. But look, I definitely relate to everything you said in that message. I relate to the fact that, you're getting these 24-hour bouts of sensory overload and you're sick and you're tired of it. And this happens to me as well. What I find I notice quite a lot is when I get pretty stressed out, or generally if I'm not looking after my fitness or eating properly, I do get this, and I generally notice that I see, like, you know how you can see like an after image of everything? Like when you look at a TV screen which is white, and then you look away from it and you have the image of the screen burned in your retinas of your eyes. I would like experience like a kind of like a double image of everything. Put your comment down below if you actually relate to this, because this would be interesting. But I get so sensitive to stimulation such as bright lights and things like that, and I always see like an after image of everything. It's really strange. It's scary as well. Like, it's so scary. It causes you to worry so much more. It is so freaking scary. It's crazy. You really want to make sure, as I said at the beginning of the video, that you have balance in your life. So that means you're eating healthy. You're having you're exercising to some degree. You have some level of fitness. Okay, and I mean, a lot of people like bang on about this as well, but the reason why I talk about, say, for example, something like nutrition, I feel like to treat the root cause, my belief is that you need to not so much address the symptoms, but you've got to address the root cause of what is causing the symptoms in the first place. Okay. And so a lot of people like take a lot of pharmaceuticals to get by, and all these sorts of things. But if you treat your diet properly, okay. Now, look, listen to me here. I am not totally against pharmaceuticals. Like, oh, big pharma, oh, they're so out to get your money and all this kind of stuff. I'm not like that at all. Okay. I am actually in support of medication if that helps you. If the root cause isn't so visible to address it at all. Like if people can't figure out what the root cause is for you to experience these bad symptoms in the first place. So going back to nutrition treats the root causes of a lot of things, like your blood sugars. So blood sugars, if you experience a spike in blood sugars, your body responds very physically to that. And for example, when I am at work sometimes, if I eat something unhealthy like, chips and processed meat from a burger, I feel like this fog just comes over me. And with the quick spike in blood sugars from those chips I'm eating, I feel really jittery, like shaky, and I feel my heart just, I get palpitations with my heart. So that really causes anxiety for me as well. It's pretty scary. It causes me to worry quite a lot. But I always have it in the back of my mind that this too shall pass. Well, really, it should be in the front of your mind. You have to say to yourself, this too shall pass. If you've read anything from Eckhart Tolle, a spiritual teacher, he talks about if you're going through an anxious episode, you have to keep reaffirming to yourself that this too shall pass. Just like every other experience has passed before. Okay? So, I mean, the last thing I want to talk about as well, you mentioned that you're getting blackouts. I mean, that is a bit strange. But the thing is if you are suddenly collapsing like that without any warning, without any notice, like you're just walking around, you're doing your daily activities, and there's absolutely no warning, and you just suddenly black out and obviously injure yourself or something like that. Like, I would get checked out by a doctor, maybe see a cardiologist as well, because it might indicate something, but I'm pretty sure that's not happening to you. It doesn't happen to many people. But if you're talking about fainting or whatever, that's a completely different story. If you're fainting, there is usually a progression of symptoms, and if you don't address those symptoms, it gets worse before you collapse to the ground. But generally, there's a reason why that's that's happening, especially if you're having an anxiety attack. But that's only if it gets, really bad. Okay. But other than that, look, I mean, I would definitely just see what you can do about addressing the blackouts. But everything else you described, the anxiety attacks, the 24-hour sensory overload, all that kind of stuff, make sure you find balance in your life, eliminate or reduce the stress as much as possible, get your diet and nutrition right, make sure you're exercising, because exercise promotes serotonin growth in your brain as well. So you definitely want to take that into account as well. And once you have your balance correct, then you should be feeling a lot better. Okay, so I hope this video helped. I'm still answering questions on anxietystation.tumblr.com, and as always, wherever you are in the world, thanks for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Catch you around.